So this is a small Regency insert. It comes shipped on these 2 pallets, and it's sort of light enough that 2 guys can carry it if they're really angry. Here's the faceplate in the box. There's the attached fan, a thermostatic fan, and here's the door in its box. Here's the chimney kit. There's a steel insert or steel chimney liner that goes up through the firebox into the chimney. Here's a flashing for the top of the flue liner or the top of the chimney. There's my jig for attaching to the bottom of the flue liner so that it can pull down quite easily. We can pull down as well as shove down. Here's adapters for the top of the fireplace and the chimney cap. This fits into the top of the unit. You can get 2 styles of this. One of them allows you to extend it backwards if you're pulling your fireplace forwards, and that all fits into the top of this unit underneath the pallet there. I'll show you more afterwards. So here's the prepared opening here. This happens to be a steel firebox unit, and we've cut away some of the back of the firebox. It sounds pretty simple when you say it fast, but it took quite a bit of stick-to-itiveness, I guess would be the answer, because it was dusty and whatnot. While I was cutting that, I didn't realize it was like almost 1/4 inch plate. We have to seal that up so that the fire, any sort of issues can't come back down there and haunt us. Okay, so we'll show you how to drop the liner down next. This is Roland. He is a very good chimney installer. Now here we have his secret. He tapes a little funnel to the bottom of the liner, so that he can go pull it from the bottom if it gets stuck somewhere. And now we are going to shoot it down the chimney a little bit. We make another movie after this. Yeah, here we are back on the roof. We've got that liner down inside now. We had to pull on it a little bit from the bottom rope, like we showed that rope, and so we've made this flashing work over the existing clay flue, and then we put the chimney cap on and the storm collar on here, and you'll see labels on all these things. Canada and U.S. listed, it says, Underwriters Laboratories, and it's all a part of the same system, Z-Flex, and all of these have the same number on them, and the reason for that is they've all been tested with the same type of conditions, the heat of the fire, blah blah blah, all these components perform together quite well. And I've used this heat-proof silicone to attach it to the high temp silicone. It's good for 600 degrees, and I've had a thermometer up in one of these, and usually when the fire is not burning like extremely hot is around 200 inside the flue. So it's more than enough to be a perfect temperature seal. So that's that. We'll show you the bottom end next.
There you go, that was for sure unusable.
Okay, so here we have the little small Regency insert, and it has its offset plate here that sets the actual connector back a little ways, and here we have the connector to the fireplace, and then the connector to the actual flue lining. You'll see in the back there we had to cut out the back end of that fireplace, and I've sealed that with some fire stop insulation that is absolutely non-combustible, and it'll stop any vibrations that come up against that pipe. I don't want that flex pipe to get marked against the steel in the back in any way. And I don't know how high you can see that go up there, but that goes up in one piece right to the top of the chimney, which is 25 feet. And 25 feet on an inside chimney is a real good draw, because the chimney stays warm all the way up, and it'll be a fantastic fireplace to operate. Nice and warm, not smoke at all, and all in all a good installation. So we're just putting the shield on here. This particular offset is a Regency, kind of a unique thing. You attach everything like that, then you just slide the insert in and slide that piece into the insert, and then you bolt it in from inside the firebox. There's a couple of bolts up in there that probably can't see, but they're there, and it becomes part of the firebox, but it gives a little bit of extra space to make that flex flue stand up straight and make a nice installation. So this is the small Regency, and we'll be putting the faceplate on it here in a second, so we'll show you how to do that too.